What's going on, guys? Stein back with another video, and in today's video I'm talking about all you do is work. That's all I do, that's all you should do, and that's what built the skyscrapers. That's what's built everything around us. Is someone created something. What they did was, once they created it, they worked at it. And take Thomas Edison, for example. He created that, and all he did was work at creating the light. And we are human beings, so we're creative creatures, our heart. And you need to be creative with your thoughts, creative with your time, creative with these things to think about, like how you actually want to spend your life, like what do you actually want to work on. Like I'm saying, all like in the video title, all you should do is work. But what are you actually working on? I would start with yourself. Start by working on yourself, because there's so many different ways you can go with that. There are, if you start there, then you'll have a higher self-image, self-confidence, self-esteem. And then when that happens, you'll be able to betray that on others, because you're more confident. You're more confident in yourself. Your self-esteem is higher, so you'll be able to put out more energy to other people, therefore giving them more energy. Because energy is contagious. So, like, if you have a lot of energy and you give that to someone, then they're going to have a lot of energy, and that's how this world works. So it's important, not be around this negative mindset of people. Let's say they're tired and all this other stuff, or give them energy. Don't sit around not giving them energy at all, because you're just simply wasting your time. So give them energy. And like, one thing I found, I actually figured this out like yesterday or the day before, is when I started to meditate, I actually found I got way more energy. So you should meditate every single day. I'm on a roll now. This is my 6th day in a row, or it's 5th day in a row, and it's just giving me so much energy, more clearer thoughts. And I realize it's very hard when you first start, but if you keep doing it, and just do it for 1 minute, like. If you literally have never done it before, do it for 1 minute, deep breathing. You build that habit, then you can slowly build up, It's the same thing goes for the gym. If you've never been to the gym forever, slowly build up to working out every day. Like I work out every day now, twice a day, every day. I'm going to do that for the rest of my life, because I built the habit up. And once you built the habit up, and it's so much easier just to keep it going. And that's why it's important. When you've never done something before, you don't want to burn yourself out by doing as much as possible, because your body's just not used to that yet. So you need to get your body used to it by simply adding slow increments to your schedule and your life, to implement the habits that you need to get done. That's what I'm slowly doing right now. What I'm working on is I'll add just one thing every day, just one small little thing, because obviously I want more than one. I want 5 right now, but I'm just starting at 1. I'm just keeping it consistent at 1 a day, just doing that. Doing that simple process of 1 a day, keeping that habit, it'll slowly become a habit, it'll become easier. Then I can bump it up to 2, to 3, to 4, and then to 5. If I started at 5 right now every day, there's no way I would keep that habit, just because that's just so much for me right now, and I don't have the reps for that, or the confidence, or any of that. And that builds once you do it more. And if you start small, you can build up. And I personally, I know I said the word burnout, but I personally don't believe in that. I don't believe you can burn out. It all depends on your mindset. It depends on what you actually want out of life. You don't burn out if you love what you're doing. You don't burn out if you wake up every day ready to conquer the earth and ready to attack the day, ready to, live the best life you could possibly live. You don't get burnt out by that. People who get burnt out don't actually love what they do, in my opinion. Because, as Donald Trump says, and this is not a political podcast, I'm just simply referring to what he says. And he says that the more energy you have, he says that if you have more passion for something, you're going to therefore put in more energy and more effort into what it is you're doing. Therefore, you work harder. And that's the truth, So if you're burnt out, you most likely just don't love what you're doing. Find your niche. Find what it is that you're actually good at. Find what it is that you're actually passionate about. And do it every single day. It's the best of your ability. Because there's so much you can do every day to actually max out your life. That's a book by Ed Mylett. Very short book. Max Out Your Life, Ed Mylett. But there's just so much you can do to actually, be passionate about what, each of us are born with a specific niche that we're just so good at, and God created that for us. Created each one of us to have our own niche and get better at individually at something that we're meant to do with what our purpose here is. What our purpose on earth here is. And you find that by putting in work, by taking action, by meditating, by visualizing, by journaling. These things, I would say journaling is the number one thing that will help you find your purpose, because journaling is one of those things where you just sit down and you write down all your thoughts. All your thoughts are just written down on paper, and when all your thoughts are written down on paper, your mind is starting to be creative. We talked about being creative in the beginning of this video. Your mind is creative now that you have all of these thoughts inside your mind, and you just write them out on paper. So then you read down what you wrote, and you'll find your purpose. It's a very simple exercise. You just write for 20 minutes. Whatever comes to mind, you write it down, and that exercise will give you a lot of clarity on what it is that you actually want out of life, because each one of us wants something different out of life. You may want this, I may want that, but we all want something different. And it's important that we go after it, because that is what's going to make us happy. It's going to make us happy if we actually go after what we want. It's not going to make us happy by not going after what we want. Because that's how you do what fulfills you, and that will make you happy. It just makes the most sense, because like I said, each one of us, we all have our own. We each have something that we want. Each one of us has something that we want, and it's different from somebody else, and that's okay. That's why we're not all the same. We're not all the same. We're all different. We all have different responsibilities. We all have different things that we want. Morning. And that just helps us bring more clarity on actually taking action steps, doing what it is that we want, taking action, saying, I want this, I want this, I want this, and going after it. If you don't go after it, you're not going to be happy. That's the truth. Whatever it is that you want out of life, whatever you think will make you happy, go after it. So if you don't go after it, for sure you're not going to be happy. and you don't know if you're going to be happy, you know, once you get it, but you think that'll make you happy, so at least take the action steps to go there. It'll actually make you happy, that you think will make you happy. So go after what you want in life, and it'll make you happy. Guaranteed that. That's the video I have for you today. If you like the video, comment in the comment section, subscribe, turn your post notifications on, and we'll see you in the next video.